Hope everybody is out there listening tonight to Sunday Stick. We got the three monkeys in studio. First, we're going to roll it over to Grant. What's up, Grant?
What's up, Sunday Stick Nation? Let's get scrappy.
Now we go to our other monkey, Will. What's up, Will?
What's up, brother? How we doing?
It's nice. All right, guys. So we got some topics tonight. Let's get this on. So really just start out, how's everyone's week been? What's up?
Shit been good, man. Had a little comedy show last night after a hard week of work. It was fun.
Who'd
Yeah,
you go see?
went
Who was it you went to go see?
the Segura show over at the Moody Center.
Yeah. Will, you were at that, weren't you?
Yeah, so were you.
Oh, shit. So all three of us were there?
Oh shit.
Oh,
It's pretty
man.
good
I'll
time.
tell you, it was awesome. That's my first stadium comedy I've ever been to.
Really?
That was unreal. It was unreal.
Yeah, the
Unreal.
first guy, Brian Simpson, he killed it.
Dude, I like the Kirk guy, dude. I thought he would never end with his whole orgy conversation.
See, I'm on the opposite side of that train. That threw me off for a little loop there. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It got a little too far, I think.
Yeah, I
But
think
I
he
like,
ran
I
that's
it.
like
the
Kirk
bit.
too. But that,
He ran it
That's
a
the
little
bit.
long.
But
yeah,
He ran it a
he
little long.
went into it.
but
Dove head first into that bit.
it had me laughing, I will say, but it was also slightly awkward at the exact same time.
Yeah, but I loved how he wrapped it up with the whole like 2 extra feet of cord stuff, though. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
that was good.
I mean,
That
he
seems
locked
like
it
your
up.
kind of humor. Tying people up.
Oh, us golf coaches, we
We love torture.
we're savage. We're savage. So any funny things happen to anyone this week?
Man, I was at work this week, and one of our other coaches got yelled at by one of his students, and that was dramatic for a hot minute there.
I've
I was
still
like,
been
I didn't
waiting
know
to
what to
hear.
do.
I've still been waiting to hear what caused all that. What happened?
One day,
One day
One
we'll
day.
all
we'll
know.
know. One day we
Yeah.
We
will
don't
know,
know.
and
Which
we
right
will
now we
know.
don't know.
Okay, right. Okay.
Well, that's the
But
thing
other
is,
than that, been pretty chill.
Is the student coming back? Do we know?
the student is probably not going to be coming back. There is
Okay, right on.
something going on there. We got to sort out. We got to sort that out. But
Yeah.
Okay,
but
let's put a ribbon on this thing.
ultimately, I'll tell you, I got super lucky. I got to play some golf here at Twin Creeks today. Went out with 3
Hey,
students. Yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. We paired up. So it was me and one of the other students against the other 2. We played best ball today. We started on the back 9. It was pretty tight for a little bit, but I'll tell you, I'll be honest, my student that I was playing with carried us. I mean, I threw maybe one
damn.
hole in there with the win, but he went out and shot a 76 on a potential going 74. Everyone else played really well. We had 3 in the 70s and one just broke into the low 80s with just a couple blunders about midway through the round. But ultimately, it was a ton of fun, and we look forward to doing something like that again. But yeah,
Yeah.
Nice. It
outside
sounds
of
like a good
that,
time.
that was
Grant,
my
we must have
weekend.
missed that text, I guess.
Oh no, I
Need to go
didn't
back
get
and look
that
at my
text.
messages.
Selfish.
But yeah, it sounds like a great time. Glad you had fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to call me up when you go play. Come on now. But
I had a lot of fun. I
it
went to
was.
my grandma's house.
She doing okay? She
I
She's
doing
also
doing
okay?
good.
I
She's
also went to
doing good.
Grant's grandma's house, and she's doing great. It was good to see her.
Oh, now I gotta ask the question. What the hell were you doing over there?
Listen,
She's in this little assisted living place. Not really assisted. It's more like a dorm room setup with a lunch room so they can all get food while they're there. They don't got to drive anywhere. It's pretty interesting. Anyways,
so you just go for the food.
yeah.
You-
No, I try and avoid that place as a matter of fact.
Oh,
This is special
Yeah.
occasion here.
Well, it's basically like it's like he just loves Lubies, He wants to get in and
Yeah,
out of there by about 1 o'clock so he can get to bed early.
that's right. Got to get my nap in.
So, but yeah, it was
Grandma
pretty.
was saying that you used to visit a lot more when you were single. A lot of lonely ladies up at the home, I hear.
Well, I did make that big jump this last year.
We're
I'm
proud of you.
loving it.
So anyway, so let's jump into some topics here. We found some pretty interesting things this week. The main one we're gonna pull up is localized stuff here. Again, Sunday Stick is all about Austin. The three of us live here in Austin. We work in Austin. We play golf in Austin. We develop our games. Blah blah blah. Austin, Austin. Sunday Stick is Austin. So we found this pretty interesting article here. Austin golf courses. Let's see. Austin golf course employees accused of misusing city resources. Report says. Now, I know both of you guys have read up on this a little bit. What are your thoughts on these employees here? They didn't specify which course or what part of town they were in, but what do you guys think about hearing that these people are misusing funds?
I think you let the boys play, ref. I mean, come on. Let them make a little extra money. Who's it hurting? You know?
Yeah, I don't look. Law is law, if you will, and the city's got to do their thing. I get it, but at the end of the day, I don't think these guys were being demonstrative as a golf instructor and club fitter working on clubs. Maybe they were just trying to help out some friends and family, or some patrons at the golf course, some city guys, and it ended up being something that was against the letter of the law. I don't know how you punish these guys too hard.
Well, I mean, when we look at
Just don't know enough about it.
so when we look at the statement that was released by the Parks and Recreation Department for Austin, right in here, Human Resources team will let's see, collaborate with the management to review the report and findings, and then determine the appropriate next steps in each of these reported matters. So, I mean, when we say each of these, I mean, obviously, it's habitual. There's what appears to be multiple employees that were taking advantage of the system. I mean, there's always rights and wrongs, and a lot of us in the golf industry, which Grant and myself has spent our entire lives in this industry, and it can be enticing to try and find ways to make some money, to make some ends meet. But obviously, you want to hear the stories of these people. But I mean, you guys got anything else on this?
I mean, what do you want them to do? Stay poor?
I think
trying to get a little pocket change.
We just need to get more details on it. If these are 17-year-old kids that are re-gripping clubs for somebody once a week, I don't know. Everybody comes to golf and golf people in general. It doesn't matter if you're working in the pro shop, you're picking balls. They come up and they ask you, "Hey, can you re-grip this?" And it happens every day.
Yeah. Listen, if they don't let them, get their clubs fixed and re-gripped at the course, I mean, people are going to start resorting to the streets. Do we really want that? We want people out on the streets?
Yeah. Well, I think
we're
this
doing
is
like some
too.
we're doing some black market, dark web, back corner, back alley deals where someone's gonna be like hustling, doing grips on the side.
Yeah. It starts with grips, and I don't even want to get into where it goes from there.
Yo, man, Will, come here, man. Yo, you looking for a set of new grips, bro? You looking for
like
some
the
new
MCCs?
Grips? Yeah, bro. I got some, dude. I can get a good price for you, man.
Yeah, you know what that turns into?
Yo.
Methamphetamine.
Yo, if you just provide me that double-sided tape, bro, I got you all day, man.
I got the
bro. I got some vices.
I don't think that solvent ends up on the grips. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I did find this interesting in that article, that the city is now going to start assessing how they can help the locals get instruction at city courses. So this sparked something within the city that said, "Hey, maybe we need to do something that could bring in some extra money for us by getting some instructors on these muni courses."
No, you're not right. It is saying the parks, the Parks and Rec department, basically, right, does not currently offer services. Again, this is quoting from the article. And again, if anyone's looking for this article was on KXAN Austin, so you can find it there. But yeah, it says here does not currently offer services such as golf club repair or instruction services to the public. This is what the report says. And the report said that, and then kind of backing up with what Grant was saying, that's kind of interesting because, I mean, we know plenty of people that say that they're taking lessons or getting stuff done at the Muni courses. We've heard it before. So this is all interesting. And again, this article was written out about 3 months ago. So when you're looking at this, that there was some kind of investigation obviously happening throughout this season that then finally broke towards the holiday season coming into the new year. So anyway,
very interesting.
Very interesting. You know, I guarantee we could probably ask every single one of the students that we see on the first day back this next week, and probably none of them even heard about it. So, important to, stay up with things, So kind of moving on here.
We're allocating city funds to investigate golf courses now.
Yes.
That's
if we
what
must.
it's come to.
But I mean, there's always
investigating crimes.
It's not a crime.
Well, I mean,
the system is invented to be beat. Okay.
All right. Now, next topic here. All right. So as we go to move on here, interesting thing I found on Golf Oklahoma. Okay. I don't know if you guys took a moment to read this, but
just curious why you're on that website.
They've given us kind of a top 10 here, right? Best places to live for golf lovers without breaking the bank. All right. Now, what was pretty interesting about this is that Austin was number 4 on this list.
I'd like to know how we got put behind Orlando. What the hell's good in Orlando? Other than maybe Bay Hill.
Golf.
Ain't nothing good about Orlando.
Well, you go to Orange Blossom Trail, bro. That's where things get pretty in that area of town. Orange Blossom Trail. That's where you're gonna find guys in the back alley running grip deals. Bro.
I love how they said Orlando has a huge and diverse housing market. Hell yeah, it's diverse.
Yes, it's very diverse in Orlando. I've lived in Orlando.
Wrong corner. You ain't coming back.
I find it kind of interesting that it said affordable. I don't know nothing.
Well, that's the interesting piece too. Yeah, affordable. I mean, that's kind of really a running.
If you're living in the diverse housing market.
Yeah,
some affordable options.
Well, here's the thing. So how this whole article opens up, right? Yeah, so affordable housing, proximity to quality golf courses, strong golf community. Now, I will definitely say Austin has a great golf community, right? The only issue thing that's 100% think so. Why would you think not? Why would you think not?
No, it's great. You're right. It's great. I love paying $100 to go play around. It's fantastic.
The community is good.
I could buy a house in diverse Orlando for the damn greens fee around here.
Well, that's a great topic. Honestly, this is something that we have talked off radio, basically. We always are talking about the lack of golf courses in Austin. So the cost of land in Austin has definitely gone up. Now, Will, someone very, very close to you who understands this better than the three of us put together. But I mean, the price of land around here is pretty high. So with that being said, you're not going to be seeing golf courses going in. Now, this also plays back to 2008, where we're starting to look at the housing market and the big bubble that, bursted. I mean, it really hit hard in the 2007, 2008 years. But at that moment, golf was expanding so rapidly from the Tiger boom that courses and communities with golf courses were going in like crazy. And then that bubble hit, and then just all these courses. And there's plenty of news out there from all kinds of media outlets talking about these little ghost courses, right? These courses that are overgrown, that were just basically left because money dried up. So now
we got one here in Austin.
Yeah, we do, over in the Balcones area for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Right? So what we're looking at is that, golf is booming again, right? We can all agree that golf has got a great buzz. The COVID bubble is hit, but we've got all these different lifestyle brands coming out. But the uptick in course development and build is not there. What you're seeing now is really a lot of remodels versus putting in new real estate for golf courses. But with that being said, I mean, what are y'all's thoughts on the whole thing of, Austin really just being a course that's affordable plus or the lack of courses that we do have around town?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what your budget is. But in terms of where we stand as even golf instructors, we're lucky as golf instructors. We get perks of the job, right? But $100 a round, I'm not going to play golf. I'm not going to do it because I can go somewhere else for free. That might be an hour away, but I'll drive out there and spend $100 in gas rather than pay $100 to play golf.
Yeah. How are you feeling on that, Will?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess the most affordable, I mean, probably Hancock. You can go out there for like $14, but you're gonna be looking over your shoulder every damn hole.
There's no
Got
doubt
balls
about
flying
that.
at your head. You ever been out there?
Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, it is. I mean, you're right. It's just, it's, what are we looking at here? It's just supply versus demand, right? So
Absolutely.
you got tee times that are next to impossible to get. Every single golf course, from even the private clubs, country clubs, public courses, they aren't even really even allowing, tee times out past 7 days, anything like that. Everything's like the day of, right?
Right.
Because it's a hot ticket, right?
Getting a tee time at Lions is for the weekend. They open that up at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, and multiple times I have called at 7 a.m. and you're on hold for like 15 minutes, and then like, yeah, we got nothing.
Yeah, no, that's for everywhere. I mean, there are courses that just 10 years ago you're paying 45, maybe $65 for a round of golf. Now you're looking at 100, 110, 125. I mean, shoot, you're better off just having a good friend at one of the private clubs and just going out and paying a guest fee out there for 150 to 200 and 250.
Right, absolutely.
And another
At
thing you
least-
got to look at, I mean, you're probably, where you can get a tee time, you might be driving, an hour outside of town.
No, 100%. I mean, how many people have we hear that are like, yeah, I went out to Marble Falls, went down to San
Kingsland.
Antonio, went to Houston, went to Dallas, went up to Waco to play
Waco.
golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
that's
of
that's the tough thing about Austin is that, it's just the topography of Austin doesn't really accommodate for a lot of golf as well. But there's a lot of real estate that really wants more focus on, these new tech companies coming in. It also has a lot of focus in on the residential side. So, you're seeing a lot more high-rise apartment complex or condominium buildings going up. That's the focus right now because you got so many of these tech people coming in. So if we do roll back for a second and just say to ourselves, the criteria up in here with this is the strong golfing community. Yeah, we do have a strong golfing community, but we're being strangled with, especially those of us that have been here a really long time. Those that can say we were born and raised here or just local in general, trying to find tee times, to
So
play
that
in your
begs the
hometown.
question.
Yeah, what's
How
up?
did we make this list?
That's the thing.
That's the question.
How did we make this damn list?
Well, they looked at all the communities in Central Austin because I don't know where is affordable housing in Austin. Do any of us know?
Yeah, well, I mean that
And
is
then you
100%.
gotta look at the courses around what would be considered affordable housing.
Yeah.
So
No,
those
no.
courses, sure, they're $14 to play, but you might get pelted with a ball every hole.
Yeah.
You might also
100.
just not make it home.
Well, it's also then the quality of the course itself, and then our big pace of play issue that we run into in Austin. I mean, even when you're playing, UT Club and ACC, or you're going to the BCs, you're going out to anything that's a closed gate community golf course or just a closed country club. even they're fighting pace of play, and they're doing member restriction, and they're raising prices left and right with all the renovations, especially Great Hills and what they're going to be doing this next year, closing 9, redoing irrigation, redoing the whole course, and then flipping and doing the back 9 or whichever order they're doing it in. But
Yeah.
but
And
yeah, I
that
mean,
just,
it's
takes out another course around town. So that's just gonna,
100%.
Just puts those golfers out there to do other tee times on other courses. So.
right, exactly.
Everyone that's going to be listening to this cast can definitely probably agree. If you do agree out there, call to action. Like this podcast. Let us know if you agree. Put it in the comments. Let us know. All right.
We say all this to say we're moving to South Carolina.
Yeah, I'll tell you. If you
Packing up.
I've been lucky enough to play golf all across this country, and if I were to say if we're looking at this list, I would say Orlando is a great place to be playing golf. Florida in general, okay. I wouldn't say live in Orlando, but definitely go visit. Play the resort courses in Disney. They're fantastic. PGA Tour stops are in there. There's a lot of history in Orlando. But if you're really looking
You need a swing lesson from Mickey. What were you doing out there?
Always, man. Always with Mickey. But here's the thing I would tell you. If anyone's looking to do golf retirement, the Carolinas is where it's going to be. You go 100%. To North Carolina, you go to South Carolina. That's where you want to do golf. Because the other aspect of being out there, if you're just doing retirement golf, it's a stone's throw to go jump into the Northeast. It's a stone's throw to go jump down into Florida. So with that being said, any other thoughts on Austin golf in general? We kind of threw ourselves a little bit for a loop with diving into it, but anything else we want to put down before we try to move ourselves on here?
If you can afford it, there's great places in Austin. Mm-hmm. It's just it's pricey.
I would say we need a course to step up and incorporate night golf. We need to get some lights out somewhere.
What course would you think would be the best option for that?
I mean,
I think Star Ranch, because how wide open it is. It'd be harder to lose a ball out there. You can put lights that work both in the middle of 2 fairways that work.
Yeah, well, the only problem you have is you got some apartment complexes right on those courses or on that course. There's more apartment complex yardage than there is actual like housing, or maybe it's probably an even split. That'd be a tough one.
I feel like if any Muni course is getting some money, it'd be Lions.
Lions would be a good option. Even I would say they wouldn't even have to light up the whole 18. You just light up 9 holes.
Yeah. I mean, they just got like, $30,000 donated to build a new putting green out there. I don't know how much lights cost, but I feel like $30,000 can make a dent.
There you go. We got 1 light, and that's going to light up hole number 1. Everyone tee off. You're going to hit down to hole number 1. You're going to rotate back up and let the next fellow pass you.
Hey, that's something. And just light up the range, leave it open till 10:30. I don't know.
I think Avery did that, didn't they? Didn't they put lights up at Avery Ranch up north?
I don't know. Did they? We might have to ask.
I know they got.
I know that the top tracer thing. I thought they put up lights.
Yeah, I know
maybe I'm wrong.
I know they had the top tracer and they got like their little range slots are covered and all that, but I don't know about the lights.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that they're lights. I mean, they're part of the whole. I believe it's still the Magnolia management team.
Magnolia Group. Yep.
Yeah, Magnolia Group. So I know they've got all their little range passes as well as their. Let's see. Yeah, so nothing involving that I can tell that they've put any lights up there.
Okay.
But
I must have been dreaming about what Will was talking about.
I mean, it's possible that maybe there
dream about you too.
It's possible maybe there's some talks about it. It's but the other side of it too. I mean, while we're still maybe on this topic about Austin golf and how difficult it is to find a tee time and to really afford to be able to play. We got to think about a lot of the driving ranges from the olden days have been completely taken.
Oh, yeah.
Driving range down. Yeah, there's lots of driving ranges that have been jacked from Austin for real estate gains for residential as well as commercial. So,
absolutely.
What's
It's
the one
tough.
spot out in Round Rock that they got a big driving range out there?
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
right
talking
off
about?
A.W. Grimes. I think it might be
Yeah.
Round Rock Driving Range or something. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people out there. A lot of people love going out there and enjoy it.
It's a great short game out there.
No, it's just
Yeah. I went out there once. It's a damn sand pit.
it's rough. It's rough.
But at least
But
it's something. You know,
it's
I'll give them that.
something. It's something. It's more of a traditional, just old school driving range that is trying to make ends
They got a
meet,
good
man.
chipping area.
That
Yeah,
I
the
would
short
agree
game
with.
area is nice.
Yeah.
It is a good one. If anyone out there listening today is looking for a good short game practice area, definitely. I would say that going over to Roy Kaiser, Jimmy Clay is that's decent. Then going out to the Round Rock driving range is a good one as well. But yeah.
Morris Williams, you can get a little grass. I got
You
some
can get a
grass
little
out
bit.
there.
You can
Yeah.
get a little bit. But so hey, in the news, I don't know if you guys are seeing the whole Inside Trump's Crunch talks to save golf, right? Y'all see that
Is that
today
new
in the
cereal
news?
brand?
Or
Trump's Crunch?
Oh, is this something new or is it from a while back? I
no,
heard
this
something
was
about.
just it was this week. It was just
Uh,
this week.
I heard something that he was working towards letting all his caddies keep all his tips. I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay, yeah.
But that was a while back. But no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what was the story again?
Yeah, so it's basically like the idea of, we can all dive pretty hard and deep into this whole PGA Tour, Live Golf, everything going on with that, trying to see the best players in the world play against each other again, rules to get into the majors, rules to do this, legacy rules, Hall of Fame stuff for golf. I mean, shoot, we all watched the Mexican Open this weekend. Did anyone know anyone that was playing?
No, but I
Negative.
enjoyed learning about the fellas up top. I mean, I knew a few. I mean, Joel Damon actually had a pretty good week. I was excited to see him do well. Finished like
Yeah.
I mean,
16
they
under,
had
what, tied fifth or something.
Akshay was out there.
Akshay was
The
out there. Oh,
that
Aaron
skinny
Rye,
left-handed man, that kid's awesome.
Mr. Two Gloves
Aaron
Rye.
Rye, yeah. There's some people out there, but there was not very many names that most would know.
No, 100%. I mean, that's one of those things where you're looking at it is, PGA Tour events like that, if those happen more often, they're going to lose viewership big
Absolutely.
time. I mean, that's the whole thing is that, it doesn't matter who we are, new to golf, been around golf for a long time, someone who is, say traditional and not a fan of Live, and then those that are just huge fans of Live and what they're doing for the game of kind of, as most of what your traditional media outlet reporters on golf are going to say is that Live is reaching a different audience. It's reaching that youth audience, that audience that are watching the good guys, right? Listening to all the golf podcast guys that are all jokesters and fun stuff and all those videos you watch on YouTube with those guys. That's what Liv's doing, right? The PGA Tour is just dusty, boring golf until you get to what? Until you reach the majors.
Or the championship.
To be honest, I'm hoping there is going to be some kind of talks that are going to create some system to get the best players in the world playing each other, because that's what a lot of us want to see.
If they do merge again, you're still going to have like these tournaments like the Mexico Open that's for these up and coming guys that, no one's really going to watch unless you really follow golf, I guess. Because of Live, we got all these elevated events, so the pros are playing less tournaments and they don't really have to compete in these smaller ones,
Well, it's 100%. I mean, for those that
PGA's
are,
got to do something.
they got to.
But I just don't see how they don't have these down weeks like this one,
Well, last year you didn't pick up on it as much, but this year, right away. I mean, you can tell that the events started out pretty strong, right? Especially with Genesis being at Torrey, not Riviera, due to the fires. So that sparked some interest, right? People love seeing Torrey Pines, right? That is a destination course that is public and easy to get onto. right? You might have a 1 year advance tee time on it like a Pebble, but getting out to play Riviera, that's private. That's hard to get out to. People want to play golf courses that the pros play. They have access to, right? But before getting on a massive tear of that, yeah. Oh, don't get me started. But
go for last.
The whole piece of it is, the PGA Tour, in my personal opinion, they've made a mistake. They absolutely made a mistake. And LIV is the future. The LIV is literally what every other sport is doing. Right?
Yeah, but no one is watching LIV though.
Well, they don't have the media outlet power yet. That's because
they're a startup.
They got contracts. Like basically you look at, excuse me guys. Basically you have all these contracts with NBC, CBS, whoever it is, these media outlets to broadcast the tour. And those contracts are not 1 year deals. They're big long-term deals. Right? So you even think of football. Right? AFC, NFC, the divisional teams, where they tend to be broadcasted on certain networks.
Basically,
right?
It comes down to they kind of need one another.
They do.
They kind of need to.
Well, LIV needs the golf courses, right? And the PGA Tour needs the top players to come back.
I wonder if there's a way like we could get everybody, but they keep Bubba Watson. Like we get Bryson, we get Brooks, DJ, and they keep Bubba.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, I mean
Bubba cried at the Masters. Come on.
He cries every time. He is just a crybaby. He's always been a crybaby. That's his MO, man.
Hey, he wears his emotion on his sleeve. Leave the man alone.
Yeah, that's true.
His shaft.
Now speaking of LIV, actually, I mean, it's going to be a good segue. I know, Grant, you're a big fan of AK, and you've been reading up on some of the things, and take the lead on that, man. What do you got to tell us about Anthony Kim?
Huge shout out here to Anthony Kim, 2 years sober a couple days ago. Talked about for decades wanting to end his own life, to struggle with addiction and alcoholism. But as of a couple days ago, 2 years sober, turning his life around. He's back in LIV. Here's the deal. Everyone will be like, oh, who gives two hoots about Anthony Kim and, his 76 that he shoots on a daily basis to finish last and LIV. It ain't about that. It's about that man turning his life around and getting back to the pinnacle of golf, playing with the best players in the world. Who cares where he finishes? So good on him.
I would like to point out, I was sober myself for the first 16 years of my life, and
yeah, well,
no one, we're not talking about that. 2 years, and everybody, out here shitting themselves.
I wasn't, but for the last 4 years, I have been.
See,
but hey,
4 is a number we can be proud of.
Well, it's got to start at 2, but everything's one day at a time. And that's what he's saying. He's improve his life 1% each day. Keep on rocking and rolling. I think it's an incredibly great story, humbling and heartwarming, and I hope nothing but the best for him.
I'm with you. I'm proud of him.
All kidding aside, I mean, stuff like that, fighting addiction, a lot of us, on this show and or that are listening, know somebody close that has gone through such a thing, and some of them haven't made that turn to get back and get healthy. Some have gone down, unfortunately, a road that we don't want to see loved ones go down. But some fun facts about Anthony Kim. In the second round of the 2009 Masters, Kim set a record for the most birdies in a round with 11, surpassing a very, very famous golfer, one of the fastest tempo players on the planet for swing tempo, Nick Price, who made 10 back in 1986. So, this guy's he had talent. I loved him. I loved him so much. I thought he was great for golf. He had a, great.
What
Ryder
Cup teams were he on? He was 2008 and 09 maybe for Ryder Cup, and he won those two. I mean,
Yeah, I
they
think he. I
get
think
on
it
the Ryder
was.
Cup team. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I think it was 2008 and 2009. Or sorry, 2008 and 2010. He definitely had to have been on there. Some other cool facts about this guy. Let's see here. I mean, I think he was an Oklahoma boy, if I'm mistaken. I can't remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
I
University of
remember.
Oklahoma. Set a ton of records out there as well. Ton of records. Abraham Eisner. Everyone knows who that is, right?
Nope.
Played with him out there. Well, look him up. Yeah, he had his three. Let's see. He has 3 wins on the PGA Tour, all of which arrived between 2008 and 2010, which would have played into any Ryder Cup notoriety there. So, but yeah, I mean, the one thing I always thought was really unique about him is that he choked down on his clubs. Choked down what appeared, if
Yeah,
I can remember, about an inch. And
yeah, it
I
was
remember,
significant.
yeah, and then they'd ask him like, "Why don't you just get clubs that are fitting?" He's like, "Man, I grew up like this. This is how I swing. This is how I play." And for anyone out there listening, when you choke down the club, you're changing the swing weight. So now you got some counterbalance, you got some weight above the hand. So he just grew used to playing with that type of feel for the swing weight of the club. I wouldn't doubt he's made some adjustments within the lies and the lofts. Definitely some grind in there too, probably. But playing with that choke down style was something he was accustomed to, and it helped him play pretty well until, unfortunately, I mean, I remember he had a thumb issue, and then obviously went to the Achilles
Like
problem.
Achilles, yeah.
Yeah, and then he just boom,
disappeared.
vanished. Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? To get sober, you have to distance yourself from everything at times. You know, it's you got to lose your friends. You have to confide in your family and be alone and find your truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. So yeah, man, I'm
100%.
proud and I can't wait to watch him play a little golf.
Big time.
Shout out to the Hope Boy.
Heck yeah. I mean, I'm happy Liv did reach out to him. Like Liv gave him a second chance. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's something I'll give them some props to, a big nod. Hey, thanks for letting this guy kind of get himself back on the scene. And a lot of those guys that are playing Liv know Anthony pretty well, so it's kind of a reunion for himself. But yeah, I mean, could put up a good fight. I'm excited to see what he can do if he can get his game. I mean, he might not be able to rebound to his early 2000s skill level, but
12 years off will do that.
yeah, 100%.
Your body changes in that time.
Yeah. So getting ourselves on a little bit more of a lighter note. Let's move on to something.
For a second.
Yeah, it got so dark. But any Hoosiers, so we have this. We're gonna have this every cast. We're gonna be talking, AI fix my swing. So, what I would say we'd want to do is we're gonna punch into AI. Doesn't matter what AI you're gonna use, just punch into an AI and just literally ask it a question. That's what we're doing here today. So the AI, I've asked it, fix my slice. Fix my slice, AI. What do I need to do to fix my slice? I want the whole group of monkeys here to respond to this. There's quite a bit. So Mr. AI here said, to fix a slice in your golf swing, focus on adjusting your grip to be more neutral. Aligning the stance slightly closed to the target and conscientiously swinging on a inside to out path to ensure club face is square at impact, avoiding any excess out to in swing pass.
Sounds like deja vu.
Sounds
Your ass.
It sounds very
Bad
generic
dream.
to me. There's not.
Sounds like very
I got multiple
generic.
questions.
Oh, Jaderic. Oh, you motherfucking ass. You just you call me generic?
I'm just saying.
Damn.
Well, the funny thing about this, and
Have
honestly,
you been getting your coaching tips from AI this whole time?
You know what?
Neutral grip is tripping me out.
Why it sounds, I would agree with that. Why it sounds so generic is because AI is asking me. It's not the other way around. No, it's very interesting to see that it's going to say, align into neutral. Now, again, these AI systems are still learning and learning. They're only going to get better based on more input that we provide information-wise. Now, I'm not no AI expert, but the interesting thing, yes, it's definitely talking about the path, but to have a more neutral grip and a path that swings to square the club face. So it's not really discussing directly on an action of rotation of arms or what wrists need to do. So, it's kind of interesting, but the key points to address a slice. So it goes into more detail here, and this is where I think we can see if the AI is really trying to, I guess, define what it means. Ensure your palms are facing slightly away from the target, not directly at it.
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. AI's got a problem with that. So ensure your
some
palms,
YouTube golf shit.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me started on that right now. Ensure your palms are facing slightly away. Now, if it said, like, if it's referring to neutral and it said it's left hand, your lead hand palm was away, that would make sense.
For a right-handed golfer, right?
Yeah, left palm or right palm, depending. Just think of lead hand. If this AI is trying to teach you, it's teaching you a neutral position, your palm will be a little bit more faced away, right? If you were weak grip, your palm would be more up with your lead hand. If you were strong grip, your palm would be more down, right? So it's ensuring a neutral grip. Grip the club more with the fingers in the lead hand and not in the palm. Do we agree or disagree on that?
Agreed.
Yes, always grip your golf club in the fingers. I consider a slightly stronger grip. Whoa, hold on. Mr. AI. Mr. AI is changing it up.
Can't decide.
He's giving us multiple things that are just contradictory to itself.
I'll tell you what.
Can't happen.
Again, still kind of sounds like Derek's coaching.
Consider a stronger grip. Consider a stronger grip to promote a more close club face. What happened to neutral, Mr. AI? Why?
I'm a little confused there. Yeah.
This is literally me every week with you.
This is like going to the attorney and having to read the fine print. Like, Jesus Christ, which one is it?
Well,
questions, Mr. Attorney.
I'll tell you what, the AI is really stripping Google for some of these. It's kind of funny. So some practice drills that you can do to improve the answer of fixing your slice is head cover drills. Okay. So head cover drill, place a club head cover just outside the ball to visualize a proper swing path and avoid over the top motion. Now, as a coach of 18 years, I would suggest that if your over the top is quite severe, the head cover drill is not going to be helpful for you. So think of yourself as a beginner zone if you're a beginner in the game, you're better off utilizing swing plane aids such as like the alignment stick. So definitely look at something like that. But head covers, I honestly believe, are a little bit more focused towards players that are a little closer to being on plane and in the out. The other one of practice here, it's saying hitting hooks. Okay, so intentionally practice hitting hooks to train your swing to move the ball left to right. Agree or disagree, and anyone wants to add on that actual exercise?
I think if there's visual aids, if you start hitting hooks, right, all you're really doing is closing down the club face to the path of the club, but it's not adjusting your path. So I don't think that you're necessarily helping yourself. However, I could potentially see you hit enough to the left, you start working your swing more out to the right to get it to start out to the right to come back to the left, and that could potentially help you adjust your path to face relationship on a more inside out path.
Definitely.
What if you just get your body more into it? A little more hip rotation.
How do you mean?
If you're hitting hooks, just slow down the arms.
You hitting hooks, slow down the arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean if we're looking at a player, like we're asking AI to help me with my slice.
You said hook.
No. The drill is to practice hitting hooks, intentionally hitting hooks
Gotcha.
to help someone with the slice. That's what Mr. AI is trying to help us. We're golfers with slices, and we need to fix our swings. Okay. With that in mind, I'll tell you this: there's something out on the market. I would suggest anyone listening to this cast to really review. I know one of my students have already bought one because I suggested it right away, but I would look at the Blue Brick Golf Swing Aid. This guy right here, who invented this, is definitely someone who understands how to improve someone's swing. I think this is probably the best training aid that has come out in a long time. So check out, it's called the B29 Blue Brick. You can find this at bluebrickgolf.com. Take a look at it. It's on the pricier side, typically up to about $150, but this might be one of those training aids that you will never, ever live without. It's highly suggested.
It's a very, very good tool.
I just want you to be careful because the city might open an investigation on your ass if you keep pushing this shit.
You know, blue bricks, white bricks, it all depends. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, so just a big heads up. I know it's still a little bit ways out, but Masters is coming, guys.
Let's go.
It's getting closer and closer every day. Right?
One of my favorite tournaments of the year, always.
Mm-hmm.
Hallowed grounds.
Okay. All right, within that, you guys got anything else on Mr. AI?
My AI told me to quit.
I think we're clear that covered some bases. We just don't know what bases they were.
Well, actually,
sounds like YouTube
They might
golf.
have started at third base and ran back to second and back to first, but they were on the base at least.
Yeah, it's definitely YouTube golf for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I don't want to get into it, I think we should
get into it.
No, YouTube, Instagram.
I mean, they give you a tip,
but these so-called gurus living and breathing, talking about how to improve swings is just one of my biggest pet peeves out there. Is
it's going to zero detail.
What's that?
I said they go into zero detail on why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, 100%. But the other aspect of it too is that they're just staying to the generality of misses that players experience, which everyone's like, slice is most common. Out to in, steep angle of attack, increasing spin loft. These are all terms that can go over some people's heads, especially beginner golfers. But the biggest thing about really improving your game is first understanding where your game is, regardless if you're a beginner or someone who is working to try and play onto, the pinnacle of tour, PGA or live, whatever. Well, you probably won't get on live, but your work to get on tour. You have to understand what's going on with your game. And when you jump into these vicious rabbit holes of this is how you do it, you're getting 50 different methods out there. You're getting all these different philosophies and can get very confusing. I mean, from big grip theory to same length club to same lie to, adjusting this, adjusting that. It's just too dangerous for the novice golfer out there. Doesn't have enough understanding of how a swing actually works fundamentally. So everyone needs to be extremely careful with it.
That online stuff freaks me out because you look into fix my slice and they might have you fixing something that you don't need to be fixing. And now instead of fixing it, you're causing a different problem. It's maybe making it worse.
Oh, 100%.
It's too generic. It's not personal. If you're serious about your game, you got to get somebody, a professional, to look at your swing and tailor your goals to you, your goals to your game, and a program that works for you.
100%. Find a coach. Find an expert out there.
Right.
But with all that being said, I mean, we look at the PGA Tour schedule. We got the Florida Swing that's going to be coming up. So the Arnold Palmer Invitational is going to be March 6th to 9th. So pretty excited about that. I've spent a lot of time caddying on those grounds, watching the players over the years out there. So with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show and just get ourselves prepared for this week and working at our games or training people that are trying to get better. So let's all sign off. So Grant, what do you got to say for the people?
Sunday State Nation, enjoy your rounds. Let's get scrappy.
Will, what do you got for everybody?
Oh, just stay safe. Get your clubs regripped indoors. Stay off the streets. Let's keep pushing
Love
night
it.
golf.
Hey, Will,
And have a good
what
week,
are you doing
everybody.
afterwards? I gotta create a new grips. You want to work with me here, yeah?
Brother, I'm about to hang up and give me some PTSD. I'm not trying to go back to that life.
Come on, man.
We
We
crawled
got
out
you.
of it.
Crawled out.
If Anthony Kim can make it back, you can make it back too, bro.
I don't know if I'm strong
Anybody
enough.
can do it.
All right. Well, everyone listening on Sunday Stick Podcast, you got the three monkeys here trying to talk golf. We look forward to hearing. We look forward to really seeing you guys, next week. So keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, and we look forward to producing the next episode next week. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful week.
Peace.
You see, first you come up with a plan, and after that, take over the world and watch them hate.
Good job. I am so proud. Really?
Monsters. Oh, the vampire. You see, first you